Okay, so my advocate had just mentioned again that speeding accidents are a lot in part due to the maturity level of a teen again. And I would like to present the evidence from the Aspen Education Group that Dr. Guide, who is the co-author of the 10-year study brain development program by the National Institute of Mental Health, he had cautioned against assuming a direct cause-effect relationship between brain development and personal behavior. Although he does acknowledge that there is some relationship, they have yet to determine it. The belief that 18-year-olds would be safer than 16-year-olds as first-time drivers is unwarranted because there's no solid evidence to back it up. To counter the pilot program that they had presented, it really doesn't constitute lower accident rates. According to DMV, the DMV website, for 100,000 teens, 48 will be killed in motor accident crashes, while 195 will be in Florida. Arizona, having almost a quarter of that of incidents in Florida, has a driving age of 16, while Florida has a minimum driving age of 18. So with that case, we can see that age really does not make that much of a difference. Slingshotting off of that, the training is really the problem here. Again, Aspen Education Group states that, according to the CDC, 16-year-old drivers in states with strict and comprehensive graduated license programs have experienced a 38% reduction in driving fatalities and a 40% decrease in injury-causing crashes. The statistics speak for themselves. With more training, the crash rates go down even among teens. From the Lowell newspaper, an article says that with the new restrictions for teenagers, the rate of accidents at night is now down to 13%. Again, it's the training and the experience that really comes in handy in order to prevent these crashes, not necessarily their age of driving. The points about having unreliable timekeeping hours of experience is, again, at the fault of the parents. The parents really need to be responsible for their child and to be able to practice their authority over them so that they can learn how to live right, and that way they don't end up dying in a car accident. All in all, it is their responsibility, not the government's. Carpooling may be an option, but at the same time it is a major inconvenience. Just slightly brushing over some of the points, any appointments that someone in the carpool has to do will make the rest of the people in the carpool have to wait or maybe drastically change their schedule. Carpooling tends to be rather complicated to organize seriously and is often difficult to keep together, due not least to the changing travel patterns and needs. Carpooling combines many of the disadvantages of public transportation, such as lack of privacy and the fact that it's not on demand, along with the disadvantages of the automobile, where we have low safety and high fuel consumption. Drivers also carry the burden of potential legal action from passengers in case of an accident, and that was all pulled from carpoolconnect.com. To conclude, an article from articlesbase.net says that the fact that driving a vehicle has such a steep learning curve means that accidents are more common among new drivers. Notice it did not mention anything about the driving age or the driving maturity. It just matters about how much experience they have. All in all, I'm going to finish with this. Brent Johnson, a driving teacher at Hinsdale Central since 1974, said that raising the driving age to 18 would be like saying we're not going to let any kid go near a pool or a lake or the ocean, and the drownings will go down. The experience and the rewards for being a mature driver is the major point. He also says that Illinois is probably doing the right thing, rewarding kids who do a good job and penalizing the kids who don't. I'll finish off with this last quote from Brent Johnson. He says that the teen driving issues are not about age and maturity as much as they are about making good choices and demonstrating exceptional behavior, whether they start that driving experience at 16, 17, or 18.